Tiger Woods' first round at the PGA Championship ended badly yesterday. Can he come back this weekend to win the major? Well, if you're a Time Warner Cable customer, good luck trying to follow it on TV. The CBS blackout continues for 3 million Time Warner customers who have now gone a week without access to the network. The major sticking point in negotiations, it turns out, isn't money. Well, it's always money. It's digital video rights. Amol Sharma joins me now from our media group, Wall Street Journal's media group. Amol, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so describe this fight over digital rights. What's going on?
Well, what we learned was that these companies actually got pretty close, or they made some significant progress on the actual fee that Time Warner Cable would pay to carry CBS. And then the stumbling block was, what does this cover? Does it just cover TV, or does it cover streaming and on-demand rights also? That's what Time Warner Cable thinks. So CBS said, no way. That is a totally separate thing that we want to make a lot of money off of, and we sell those rights to companies like Netflix for a lot of money. So that's where they've gotten hung up.
Meanwhile, Time Warner is probably worried that, well, wait a minute, if you can sell that content to other providers, over-the-top providers, then that discourages people from buying a cable subscription from me?
Right. There's two dynamics here that reflect how much things have changed in the last couple of years in the digital video marketplace. One, as you point out, all these new competitors coming up, Intel and Sony planning new, basically cable TV over the internet. Those would be significant threats
Apple,
to companies
theoretically,
like
in the future.
Apple, Google, maybe. We've heard of also trying this. Those would be big threats to the cable companies and satellite companies that distribute TV now, traditionally. On the other hand, you have media companies who have been making a ton of money in the last couple of years and driving their revenue growth on licensing their content to digital platforms. So they've said, CBS was willing a few years ago to give away very expensive rights to Time Warner Cable. And
it didn't know how much they were worth.
It didn't really know. No one knew how much
back in 2008 when
exactly.
I guess they last negotiated an agreement. I mean, to talk about that, I mean, did Time Warner Cable, I mean, what was the status of those digital rights before? Did anyone even know that this was in the agreement or was covered and was paying any attention to it? It
appears from talking to sources on both sides that this was sort of overlooked at that point. This was kind of a future thing. It was kind of a sideshow to the debate over carriage. No one really understood the true value of the rights. Now Time Warner Cable is thinking about doing things like, instead of having just a few recent episodes on the video on demand of CBS shows, they were thinking at one point, maybe we want entire seasons of shows or past seasons of shows. Well, wait a minute, that's what the kind of thing Netflix does now. The whole world has changed, and now those rights are very valuable. So people are starting to think through what those rights mean much more.
And you know, it gets even more complicated reading your story, because one of the things Time Warner, it proposed, like HBO Go, if you want to watch on your PC or on your laptop, on your tablet, you have to log in. And Time Warner, I suppose, wanted to force CBS to make people log into the CBS website to watch.
Right, and that model of a login password through your cable provider is sort of taking hold through various cable and broadcast networks. Fox does it. Fox has this delay for if you want to watch it for free, you have to wait 8 days. Otherwise, you have to log in through your cable provider. CBS doesn't do that now. Neither do ABC and NBC. And CBS says, we don't want to do that. We like having the free, anyone can go to our site model.
They make a lot of money on that.
They make $100 million a year, the sources told me, off of that, and they're not willing to back off of that model. But again, this comes to the issue of Time Warner Cable says, we're worried about people finding content too easily the day after it airs on a website like CBS.com. Maybe they'll just wait the next day and watch it online, and they won't watch it on our connection. They don't need us.
The thing that Time Warner has going for it that the satellite guys don't have going for it is, if TV is delivered over the internet, you still have to pay for their internet pipe, right?
Right.
So
yeah, the broadband connection is the holy grail for these guys. It's going to, it's the thing that will save them in the next few years if the video business continues to decline as it is, the traditional video business. So that if there's a silver lining in all this for the cable companies.
Okay, let's bring this to a head here. It's August, which means we got preseason football coming up, which means we got the NFL season coming up, and CBS obviously is a big broadcaster. Can this last anywhere close to when the NFL is coming?
I mean, it's going to be increasingly difficult for the standoff to stay, for there to be a blackout from Time Warner Cable standpoint, to remain, to not have CBS on for its customers when the preseason starts. I mean, when the real NFL season starts. Right now,
give me a
CBS
prediction. When's it going to happen? When's it get done? Today? Next
who knows?
week?
These things can drag on. I would guess in the next couple of weeks we'll see some movement, but let's see.
All right. Thanks so much, Amol Sharma.
Thank you.